doing my editing work and kind of letting my workers just keep rolling, keep working on the different projects that we have, working on the lime plaster. We finally got our method down. For the coloring, we got our method down. So they've been working independently for the past few weeks and doing an amazing, beautiful job. So we had some of the splotches here. We didn't put the lime and clay paint mixture close enough together, so Ali's been doing another layer where he really concentrates and puts a lot of that lime paint on, and he's been redoing this part and it's coming out beautiful. See, there's a nice consistent color. He's wetting it first so that it sticks, everything cures together. This is the main, one of the main walls in the sala, the main living room, and this is the middle room. So in this middle room we had lots of splotches going around as well, but by doing that updated process for the lime paint, then it's coming out a lot better. And then we have Benino in here. He's adding the next layer of lime to this room. So this is our creativity space. This is my husband's desk that I built from mud, bamboo, and we're gonna lime plaster over that as well. So you can see it's mostly finished, the lime in this room. And we're going to be adding that nice chocolate color to it as well. You want to let it dry for a few days first, and you want to be wetting it continuously so that it cures over those few days. So we're going to leave this about 3-4 days. We're wetting it 2-3 times a day. So if it dries right away, if it's very hot where you are, you want to make sure that you wet it more. You want to make sure that you can enclose it. So keep your window shut, keep the door shut. Try to not let too much sunlight or heat or dry air in. And then once we put on that color, we don't want to be wetting it anymore because the color will drain off, as we've learned.
Muy cariñoso.
Sí, ¿no?
Es muy bueno, ¿eh?
All right, so here in the bedroom, completely lime plastered. We put on one layer of color. This style was trying to smooth it out and then put the color on a couple days after we've wet it and cured it for 4 days. However, it comes out splotchy. The color stuck a lot better to the first process that we did, which was grittier. We used a sponge to kind of smooth it out and not a metal float. So the thing with that is that the color looked better, but then the walls were kind of rough. So if you sat next to it, or if it, you know, touched your clothes or a cloth, it would probably snag it, not smooth to the touch. So we decided to switch to a more smoother texture where we're using the metal float. However, the color kind of runs off. Really don't like it. But what we can do is see if the color improves if we put on another layer. So I'm hoping once we add another layer to this that everything will even out and it'll look nice. So, you know, we're learning as we go. This is the first time that we're working with this material. All of us, it's the first time we're working with this material, so I'm trying to give them the best advice that I can based on the research that I've done. But it's really another thing seeing it happen on your own in real time and seeing how it all comes together. So yeah, so there's, you know, some fixing that we need to do so that we can be happy with this. But what else are we doing? So I am in the bathroom of our mud home that we're building, and I wanted to show you what we're doing with the shower. A lot of people ask, you know, what if you want to change something in a mud home, then what does that involve? So I want to show you how easy it is to renovate or to change something that maybe you didn't like initially. So this is the entrance to the bathroom, and this is the mud shower. It's a curved wall that we put in, and it's all, you know, mud plastered. And what I really wanted to do here was kind of open up this space, because the mud wall originally came to here where the dog is looking at this hole. So it was a foot more this way. So if you were, you know, using the bathroom on this side, then it felt a little bit too encroaching. It felt very heavy. So all we did was use a koa, which is kind of like a little mini shovel, chop up the wall, break it up, cut out the bamboo, and then we were able to change our shower shape. It's as easy as that. So this shower is mostly dry, so once it's dry, it's easy to kind of chop into. Also, this door on this side, that door wasn't originally there. The door was actually here. I don't know if you can see the frame still, but there was a big door here, and that was part of the original design. But because we wanted to use this for our bathroom space, we sealed off that door. So we just put some bamboo in there, put some mud on it, well, the mud mix, you know, with the straw and the sand, and then moved the door over here by cutting out this wall cutting out that hole in the original wall. So it's super easy to make different changes. You never have to stick with something. You can easily just chop up the wall, add different layers of mud to it, and recreate your space. And we decided to add this little seat in here. So we took the bamboo that we cut out from this wall. It doesn't go to waste, and the mud also doesn't go to waste. You just remix it with water and then can use it on a different project. So we took out this bamboo, put in this little seat so that you could sit while you're in the shower and, you know, whatever. And so we're gonna fill this with rock, with Tosca or road base. Once this dries a little bit so it doesn't balloon out, and then once it's filled with rock, then we can top it off with a layer of barro, or the mud mix. So this is the shower, and we're going to be sealing all this using the Tadelakt technique. So it's going to involve using a stone that has a specific hardness, so you can use whatever kind of stone you want. You know, there's different kinds of quartz and things. I can't remember which one I found that worked well, that fit that benchmark, but it has to be a hardness of at least 7. So having that hard stone, and then when you have your lime plaster and you go in circular motions very, very slowly, then you change the chemical composition of the lime plaster to actually harden and seal, and it becomes completely waterproof. So it's a perfect thing to use for a shower that's natural, not using anything like glass or plastic in the showers, all completely natural materials, just understanding the chemistry and science behind it, and then you can you know, make a space that is natural but also waterproof. So this is what the lime plaster looks like, the first base coat. It's kind of sandpapery feeling. If you touch it, there's stuff that falls off, little grits. So this is not what you want in the final piece, especially not if you're doing something that's like a water heavy surface, like a shower or a sink. You want to add another layer that's on top of this that's smooth, and then use the Tadelakt technique with the black olive oil soap, which is essentially a very concentrated form of olive oil that they make in Provence in France. And for some reason, the reaction, well, not for some reason, there's actually a very specific reason, but the black olive oil reacts with the not dry, the slightly wet lime, and it creates this new compound, which is essentially like solid limestone. And so just like how stone is waterproof, this is going to be waterproof as well. So this would be fine on its own if it's not like a water heavy surface, just, you know, lime. Like we have, I think we're gonna leave this on our porches. We don't expect there to be too much water pouring on those walls. So I think I might leave that. But yeah, for something like a shower, then you want to use the Tadelakt technique. That's definitely recommended. We'll also be probably using that on our kitchen counters, and I want to make this kitchen sink out of that as well, which essentially will end up being like it's one solid piece, the sink and the countertop. My husband is helping me. He's doing a lovely job doing the plaster in the bathroom. So we're trying a second layer because yesterday's layer came out a bit too gritty. So you could tell the difference between what we had yesterday. It's a little bit bumpier and stuff. Oh, let's see. Yesterday it's a bit more bumpy, And so this is what my husband did today. And we're applying it with gloves this time. So we're applying it with some gloves because using all the equipment that everyone said to use, it's just not, hasn't been working out for us just because this wall is too textured. We're not getting that smooth finish that we want. So, was my husband's idea to use the gloves. And look at how smooth and beautiful it is. Looks great, babe. A couple other techniques that people recommended is you want to compress the layers. So you want to use like a glass jar if it's, you know, not a smooth surface, or you can use a metal float if it is a flat surface to kind of push and compress the layers together before you apply the waterproofing concentrated black olive oil soap.
Got it.
You can open it?
Yeah. That's a special room in here. Who laughs?
Now, natural can be like this. It's process matters, you know?
Yeah, we got it.
And time. So today we're going to be working on the bathroom. We did some test spots yesterday where we're playing with the Tadelakt technique, where we put the calcium, the lime plaster on, we compress it, we add the black olive oil soap, we compress it again with a special stone, and we found that we really like that texture. It's very smooth. It's actually really cool to the touch as well. So we decided that we're going to just finish that bathroom wall, see how it comes out, and then most likely we're going to do the rest of the house with that texture because we like that smoothness, we like how it feels. So now that we have our process right, we're going to get our peones, our workers involved to help us. It's a big monumental task to do on our own, so we're going to have them, we're going to show them kind of how to do it, and that way we can all be working together on this project. It's a little bit tricky to teach, but we're going to show them kind of the technique, learn by doing, and then hopefully they'll be able to, you know, work independently, and then we can really accomplish what we want to in the next couple months, which is finishing all the interior of the house, the walls, the floors. So there's a lot of work to do, but we're going to just take it step by step. If you want to see more videos on me finishing my waterproof mud shower, then please like, comment, interact with this video so I can continue sharing these really cool techniques with all of you.